Hi Wize Owlz, welcome to my channel. I am so excited because today I am filming my first video for my new channel, Wize Owlz Beauty. Today we're just really going to be getting ready. I'm actually going to be filming another video for my other channel. It's called Wize Owlz, and that channel is really dedicated to my profession, which I am an educational psychologist as well as a school psychologist. And so really what that is just I work with learners of all ages and I help them make sure that they have access to learning. So anyone who has anxiety, depression, ADHD, learning disabilities, or neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism or anything else, that's really my area of focus. So I provide counseling, I also do assessments, and so I figured if I'm going to be creating a channel for that part of my business, then why not film me getting ready for it. Makeup's definitely been a new hobby of mine, and so I'm really excited to just, as I continue to grow, share that with you. If you want to learn more about me and my brand, Wize Owlz, make sure you click the subscribe button below and the little bell icon so that you can be notified of all my future uploads. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Not gonna lie, that was a rough intro. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start by clipping up my hair. I know I look really funky with these, but they get the hair out of the way. And then the worst part for me is taking off the glasses. Now, I wouldn't say I'm blind, but I difficulty seeing without glasses, and I don't have any contacts right now. So I'm really going to be doing this with difficulty. So bear with me. I have my little trusty little mirror here just in case I need to look up at myself a little bit closer. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. As you can see, hello, I am red. It's not rosacea, it's, I don't know what it is. I blush really easily. If I'm hot, I get red. Sometimes it can happen down my neck, and so I want to start with a green corrector because green will cancel out red and help tone down that redness. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some to my face. Just put a finger and then kind of smush it on. My forehead's a little red, but definitely my cheeks. So I'm going to go back in and kind of just dot a little bit more where I have it, and then you can either use a brush, a sponge, or your fingers. I'm just going to use my fingers, and you're just going to blend that in. Make sure. This one, I should have said, this is the Clinique Redness Solution. It's a daily protective base, broad spectrum with SPF 15 in it. Something interesting I learned is that products that have SPF in it don't actually, when you use them, cover your face like they say they do. So it actually takes a lot of product in order to get the coverage that they claim to have. So just a little tidbit that I know. We're gonna move forward. I'm gonna start with primer. Today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock primer. I got this at Target. This claims to be an illuminating primer, and that it is a glowy finish. It preps and prepares the skin, and it blurs, hydrates, and smooths your face. So we all know a girl could use that. I'm 31 years old, putting it on my finger, just gonna, and I grew up with makeup, but it was nothing like what we have today in terms of resources. My mom didn't wear a lot of makeup growing up. My sister was 10 years older than me and didn't live with me, so I didn't really have a role model for makeup. And it really wasn't until YouTube came around that I really started learning. So it's really been more of a recent journey for me. Okay. Just gonna, again, like I said, I can't see, so I'm just gonna make sure that I have it all, and as you can, all rubbed in, and as you can see, it really did help to smooth out my pores. I have pores right along my nose and my nose, and then as you can see in the forehead, it definitely is giving me a nice glow. So that's that. So yeah, going back, we didn't have YouTube when I was growing up, and so this has been a new adventure for me, and thank God for YouTube, because that's really what I use to learn what it is that I know. And I think it's a really good resource, especially for the kids who are now growing up, because they can create their own content, they can learn from others. It's really a great way just to connect to anyone and learn so much about what's out there, different topics and all of that. So moving on, we're going to be going on to foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I believe this is in the shade Vanilla. Let's just double check. Yep, shade Vanilla. As you can see, it's really hard for me to match my foundation to my skin color, because you see the redness, but my undertone, and we'll use my neck for this, is definitely a little bit lighter. I am a little tan right now. I live in Southern California and the sun is out. We're in quarantine, so I'm definitely trying to get outside and get me some vitamin D, because y'all know I could use some. So I always, going back to this, I always have a really difficult time, and you can tell that this looks a little bit yellow, but what I do is I blend it down, and then that helps blend it all out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. The other thing that I love about the Becca foundation is that it's very full coverage. So a girl like me with all this redness, I need a really good full, I'm just doing like a half pump just to start. I need a very full coverage foundation in order to cover up my redness. That was a half pump each. And then I'm going to go back in, and again on my cheeks I'm going to just dot some more out. This very full coverage, a little goes a long way, so definitely don't need to put too much on. So to blend this out, I'm going to be using an e.l.f. sponge. I'm just lightly tapping, and you, as I said, you can really see that a little of this product goes a long way. I have so much redness, and it's definitely the one thing that bothers me the most about my skincare and my routine. So if anyone has any suggestions on other products that work for redness, definitely comment below. I'm so interested to find other products that can help tame this redness, cover it up, any foundations. A girl needs some help. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mini mirror, and I'm just gonna look a little bit closer. Is even, and I do go up into my ear, because as you can see, my ear is red, and down my neck. We are good. Okay, so that's it for the foundation. I know it kind of looks a little bit yellow and in your face, but definitely as we add more products, it will be a little bit nicer. I'm gonna go ahead next and apply my concealer. Today I am using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. There we have, that's what we have. The Born This Way foundation and concealer are both really, really high quality product. They are super full coverage, and they definitely help cover up the red too. So that's definitely another foundation that I typically go to. So I'm going to dot this under my eye, and this will help brighten and lighten those eyes. And then I'm gonna dab down the front of my face, my cupid's bow, and on my cheek. And I'm gonna take the same sponge, and I'm gonna just tap it out. And I do go up into the eye, and then I actually bring it up above my brow bone. And the reason for that is it just helps lift the face. If you just stop with the under eye, it doesn't really give you any added bonus. But the more you drag it back and the more you bring it up, the more lifted and awake your face looks. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Down my nose, and you can bring that up into your forehead too. Cupid's bow and chin. Okay, so doing your foundation and then your concealer on top of it like this really helps illuminate the parts of your face that you want to bring forward. So your eyes, your nose, And then your chin just really makes it help look bright, light, and awake. Today I really am going for a more naturalistic style. I don't do a full glam look typically unless I'm going out. So I'm just going to stick with the powder, and that's going to help lessen the redness that's still coming through. And then we're going to set the under eyes and then the nose. So for this, I am using from Ciate, London. It is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. This is what it looks like on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this, and I'm just dabbing it underneath my eye. And really, I'm going to put it everywhere that I did concealer as well. So I'm going to bring it up in here and really just help illuminate. God, I love that smell. I'm going to take some, and I'm just going to dot it along my jawline. I'm going to do quite a bit just because I am going to leave it on today to just overall even out my face and make sure that any redness is covered up. So that's it for this powder. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Mineral powder. It's a setting powder. This is in the shade medium, so it's a mineral finishing powder. It helps absorb shine, prolong the wear of makeup, blurs fine lines and imperfections. So this is like a holy grail all-in-one type of product. I'm gonna tap some out onto my lid, and then I grab a powder brush, and that's what I use to put this over my face. So you just dab it in, tap off the excess, and then anywhere we didn't put that other powder, I'm going to brush this over. And again, this just helps set the foundation a little bit more, especially if you have oily skin. The foundation can slip and slide throughout the day, and you definitely want to keep your product from doing that. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and just dust off whatever product I have still left from the Ciate London. So my next step is I typically go to my eyebrows. So for this, I'm going to be using, I've had this forever. This is the Body Shop Brow Definer in the shade Dark Brown. And as you can see, it's itty bitty. I'm definitely due for a new one. And I'm going to use my little mirror here just so I can see up close. And I'm going to go in and just really sculpt out the eyebrows. When I was younger, I liked to have more of an arch, but in today's society, we're really doing more of a fuller brow, which is great because I have more fuller brows. And so I'm really just going to take this pencil and outline the brows. I'm going to go a little bit wider than what I have naturally, just to give it more of that volume. And then up at the little front where you have like your sprouse little hairs, I'm just going to go ahead and flick this in and fill that area out. Okay, so there we have one. I'm going to go ahead and do the second side. So again, just tracing at the bottom and then going a little bit wider and tracing the top. And then filling in the front of those brows. Okay, so there you have that. Because I do have naturally curly hair, my eyebrows will go everywhere. So I'm gonna take, this is also a holy grail for me. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I think this one's in the shade 3. So sometimes I go 3, sometimes I go 4. It just kind of depends on the day. But like I said, I'm doing more of a a natural look today, so the 3 is gonna be what I prefer. I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm going to just brush it over my natural brows, and this helps fill in and give it more color, more definition, and then trap those curly hairs so that they lay flat for the rest of the day. Go back in, just like there you have it. Those are my brows. Next, I'm going to go into eyeshadow. And today I'm going to be using this MAC Solar Glow ×9 eyeshadow palette. And I love it. It's such a great palette. You can see there's some mattes, there are some shimmers, we have some highlights. So it's a great little palette. Let's start with my crease. Okay, so I'm going to start with the crease brush, and I'm going to go in. I always like to start with a matte transition shade. I'm going to go ahead and start with this middle one here. Okay. And I'm going to put it in, and I'm just going to sweep it in a C motion. Back and forth, get a little bit more on my brush, just to give that crease some definition. And you can go a little bit above your crease. I'm going to take the same shade and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this eye again with a sweeping motion. So I'm curious what you guys have been doing for quarantine. Like I said, I live in Orange County, California, and you know, during, I think we've been out since March 13th. I work in a school as well, so I'm thankfully, oh my gosh, I'm still working. And then I have my side business, but for Wize Owlz, but Wize Owlz hasn't actually been getting a lot of customers right now, because my philosophy is that if I'm going to be doing counseling, I really like to do it in person in this child's home. I find that to be the most effective method when working with children. And with quarantine, obviously you can't go into other people's homes right now. So we haven't really been doing that since quarantine. Okay, now I'm going to go in into this darker shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into my outside V. So yeah, let me know what you guys have been doing during quarantine. Mostly I've just been at home. For those who don't know, my husband is disabled, and so he unfortunately can't work, and so it's been really nice to have that alone time, just the two of us together. But I have to be super careful because I don't want to bring in any of the virus into the home. So my husband has complex regional pain syndrome, which is just like a pain disorder, but it can spread throughout your body. And so for him, he's basically bedridden at this point. So I have to be super careful about germs and my cleanliness, because if he gets sick, it'll be really bad, and then I'll have to go to a hospital, and anything like needles and shots can exacerbate the pain disorder. So that's definitely something I want to be mindful of. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Lately though, we've been having some really good sunshine, and I don't know if you heard, but there's been a big scandals on our Orange County beaches because people are going out there. Oh, that looks so good. Have been going out there and swimming, and then there's been people who are saying that, you know, that's going to spread the virus. But our governor's also opening up our state at the same time. So I think now they've decided that they're going to let people go to beaches, but there's still some restrictions. I don't know what they are yet. But I'm just trying to go outside. I've been going on walks. I've been going to my mom's house, just to really get outside and get some vitamin D, like I said at the beginning of this video. For my lid, I'm deciding. You know, normally we do another color and then I would go on top of that with a sparkly color, but I think today I'm feeling this shade right here. So I'm gonna take my brush, I'm gonna use the flat side, pack it down, and I'm gonna just start at the outer V and tap my way inwards. Oh, so pretty. It sparkles. I love me a good sparkle. You will find that out real soon. And then I'm gonna just come down and make sure that it's all the way up against my lash line. So yeah, what have you guys been doing during quarantine? Have you been outside? Have you been going to the beach? Are you not allowed to go outside yet? Is your state still keeping everyone indoors? Let me know. I'm really curious to find out what the rest of the country or the world are doing right now. Then I'm gonna go in and in my inside corners, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm feeling the champagne color today, so we're gonna do this color right here. I'm really bummed though, because my parents own a timeshare through the Marriott, so I'm just dabbing it in. And my siblings, we all live kind of everywhere across the country. I live closest to my parents and I live here, and then I have a brother in Jersey and some siblings in Missouri. And so my parents use their timeshare for us to do like a big family vacation, and we'd like to go somewhere that's new and fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and do under my brow bone as well. And this year we planned to go to Fort Lauderdale in June, right after the school year ends, because like I said, I work at a school. And but with quarantine now, we don't know if we can go. Which brush is it? It's my big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna take this and then just kind of blend everything out and make sure there's no harsh lines. So yeah, we don't know if we're going or not, and I'm really disappointed because I could use a vacation and I could use the beach and I could use my family. So hopefully, I'm not necessarily scared of the hotel. I'm more scared of the airplane because the air is recycled, and so then you're really breathing in if people had it. I'm gonna go back in with this middle shade here, and I'm just gonna smudge that along the bottom of my lash line. Yeah, and I don't want to breathe in other people's recycled air if they've had it. And then obviously my husband can't go, but some of my other family members also have some underlying health conditions, and like my parents are older, so I definitely worry about them and not making sure that they're healthy and safe. So we haven't decided yet if we are going or not. Okay, so perfect. So that's it for my eyeshadow. I'm gonna move on to my eyeliner. Okay, so today I'm using the Araceli. This is the, oh gosh, I'm gonna totally butcher this, Ojos Perfectos Liquid Eyeliner, and it's in the shade Coffee. And as you can see, it's a really fine tip liner. It's super easy to go in. Now I can't do a wing yet, but when I wear glasses, I don't typically want a wing anyways because you can't see it because of the glasses. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just upload my upper and then a little bit of my lower lash line as well. So let me know below in the comments if you guys had any vacations planned that have been postponed, or if you're able to go on them. I would love to know, especially if you can still go on your vacation, because then I can live through you and pretend that I'm there too. So definitely right below and let me know what your plans are. Okay, so this is gonna look really weird for my lower eyelash line, but I'm gonna go ahead. Sometimes I pull my lid down. And then I stop only about halfway. I don't really need a full eyeliner look. And you'll see that on the top and the bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side as well. Okay, going for our next step, I'm going to be using love this. It is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I just got this as an add-on in my Ipsy subscription. It's definitely something that I've been wanting to try for a while. It really helps get in and separate each of your lashes and define them. I'm also one that blinks too soon and then I get mascara everywhere too. So if you're like that, let me know. Or just let me know how not to be like that. I think that would actually be better because that is something a girl could stop doing. It definitely ruins the eyeshadow. I only go in with one coat each. Again, like I said, I do more of a natural look. I don't necessarily need to go full glam, do multiple coats like some people do. But hey, you know, each their own, like I said before. Okay, next I'm gonna move on to the face. And so I found this on my Ipsy subscription as well as an add-on. This is, you can't really see it. Seen from Space, there we go. It has a sticker on the back. Seen from Space, it's the 1B and it's a highlighter, but it's, oh, this is the highlighter? I grabbed the wrong thing. I was like, no, this is the, I thought this was the bronzer, but it's the highlighter. But anyways, we'll go ahead and use that for highlighter. But I did bring another one. So we'll go ahead and just use the Hoola, again, Benefit. Such a beautiful color. It's more of a cool toned brown, and I like that for me. It's something new that I just tried because I'm so red. Sometimes bronzers can make me look redder. Like it brings out the redness in me. So I'm really just doing a 3 around my face, and then I'm going to do the other side. And this just helps add color back into your face, but not necessarily that redness that I'm trying to get rid of. And then what I will do then is I will go in. I have, this is cool. This is from the e.l.f. It's called the Sculpting Face Brush. And as you can see, it curves in so that you can get right into your cheekbone. And what you want to do is match up where the ear matches into your face. And what I learned as well is keep your hand on the back of the brush. You're going to start and you're just going to flick it forward. And of course my hair is getting in the way. You're just going to flick it, and that's going to give you a really natural contour. It's harder on the other side, but you get the picture. So yeah, definitely adds more color, gives you that defined cheekbone area, which also helps bring in the face. And then you can still see the concealer is brightening, and so definitely lifting the face as well. So we're adding that dimension back into our face. Okay, for blush, now like I said, I'm very red, so I tend to not pick blushes that will bring out that redness. So very pink, very red, not my thing. I'm more of a nude, mauve type girl, but this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay. It's in the shade Shimma and Shake. And it's more of a peachy, let's see if you guys can see, it's more of a peachy tone. And this I've liked because it's been really natural, but it doesn't bring out the redness in my face. So I'm just gonna put some on my brush, I'm gonna tap it out, and then I'm just gonna lightly paint my cheeks. Smile. You don't want to go too close. You want it to be just like a natural blush. So again, and sweep up, because again, remember, we're trying to lift that face. And then I'm going to use the same brush. This is the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and I'm going to go back in with that Seen from Space, and we're going to use the highlighter 1B. Tap my brush, And then I'm going to do everywhere where I pretty much did the concealer. And again, this is just going to add some shine. Oh, I love this. It shines so much. And again, it just, look at it. Oh my gosh, it just blows my mind. It's so glowing. When they say you can see it from space, you can see it from space. Hello. And I'm going to take the brush and whatever's left on it, I'm going to just bring down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. Oh my gosh, highlighter is by far my favorite product. I'm like, why? I never heard about this until recently, and I was like, where have you been all my life? And then I just remember I was probably there and I just didn't know anything about it. So okay, last but not least, we're gonna go to our lips. Now, one thing I do every night is I put Vaseline on my lips. I'm a huge chapstick person as well, but the Vaseline really helps suck in and moisturize those lips overnight so they're nice and juicy and plump in the morning. I can tell I already do have dry lips. It's about 5:03 in the afternoon, so it's been all day already, so my lips are dry, and that can kind of be a bummer because then your lipsticks can crack and you can see it through. So make sure to moisturize those lips. Okay, so I'm using, this was, it's called Betty Boop. This was in Ipsy, I don't remember how many months ago, but a couple months ago, they did a whole Betty Boop collection. I want to say it was like December, November. And this, let's see what they called it. If they have anything on it. Nope, they don't. And they don't even have the name. Oh, here it is. Mauve It Baby. And I'll show you. This color is beautiful. It is such a mauve color. It's so neutral. It definitely adds color to my lips. And it's so smooth and creamy like butter, which I love. So this one really helps when you have the drier lips like I do right now. I'm just gonna go in. Today I'm not using a lip liner, but you could definitely go in with a lip liner. Ah, beautiful. Very natural. Kind of has that pink rosy blush tone that gives you a little bit of color, but it's not overpowering at all. Okay, and then last but not least, like I said, I love to shine, I love to glow, so I definitely love my lip glosses. This one is Iconic London, and this is their lip plumping gloss in Peekaboo. This one, it smells so good. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. Ah! Oops, okay, sorry. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. So it has like that toothpaste, like minty smell, which I know kind of sounds weird, but it just like feels so refreshing. And if you think about it, we brush our teeth with toothpaste anyways, and so this is kind of like you're having some bad breath. Oh, let me just put some lip gloss back on. And it has such a pretty glow. And I just put some in the middle and I spread it out. Such a pretty glow. And then the lip pumping action, I find on this one not to be too intense. It's more of a like a cinnamon warm tingly, not necessarily like a burning. So some I feel like could feel like snake venom and super on fire, but this one does not do that at all, which is why I love it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and brush my hair out. That is it for today's video. I'm so excited that you joined me on my first video filming. I know I'll definitely get a little bit better and a little bit more coordinated as I continue to film, but I'm really excited to start this journey, and I hope you guys are on board and ready to see what else that I produce. If you liked this video, remember to click subscribe so you can see my next and future uploads. And until next time, stay wise.